Utah's American Idol just released an autobiography titled Chords of Strength and is now back in the Beehive State for a book signing.
Yes, he's back right here joining us to
signing
tell
books
us
right
all
here.
about it. That's right. I just had David sign my book. So thank
So
you
go,
very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, so it's David Archuleta, Chords of Strength, a memoir of soul song and the power of perseverance. You figured it all out in your young years, 19 years?
Well, from what I've learned so far, I'm just trying to, I haven't learned everything, obviously. I'm hoping that I'm around longer to learn a lot more. There's still a lot of learning for me to do, but right now, while I've learned a lot so far, still being a teenager, I didn't think all of this would happen being 19, not even, out of my teens yet. And so I'm just hoping that I'll be able to, share experiences with people and people will be able to get something out of it, especially people my age.
Yeah.
Well, you can certainly share what you have learned to this point. So where did you get the title, Chords of Strength?
Chords of Strength, it's kind of like, it's supposed to be kind of, it's spelled differently, chords than like C-O-R-D-S, I guess, but like the vocal cords, because a lot of people wondered about the vocal paralysis and, just the challenge with that, with the paralyzed vocal cord. And
I know at one point you thought you'd never sing again, right? Or
I
thought your career was over.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to have a career out of it because it's like I could sing, but just for like, one or, two songs and then my voice would be worn out. And I was like, well, how are you going to make a career out of that? And then also it was just how music's been my strength in life, and it's given me just kind of the drive. It's just music. I talk about how I feel like music really is powerful, and it can really move people and can make a difference with how people think and act, and I just kind of go in that too. I talk about that in the book a little.
One of the things you talk about in the book is you kind of admit that it's really hard to have cameras in your face, that you've been very shy in the past. How has it been getting over that? Because obviously, you've got them in your face.
You still have cameras in your face.
All the time. That kind of goes with your territory now.
Yeah, it's funny because American Idol really helped me get over the fear of being in front of the cameras all the time and just having a camera casually in your face all the time because it always was there. So it's like you'll just be sitting around and then like this camera just comes up in your face and it's like but I guess it's just something I still feel a little weird around cameras, but as long as it's like you're posing and stuff, I don't mind too much, but I still don't like looking at myself, and it's like whenever I see the camera,
it's all over in here. You can certainly see yourself on about 8 different cameras in here.
I know, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, keep counting them all over the place.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Well, you know what I think is great in here, too, is that you're a typical teenager, and the book's written for, kids are going to be able to relate to a lot of this. And one of those things is that you struggled, too, with self-esteem issues and wondering if you were good enough, deserved everything you were getting. And I think it's nice for people to hear that. So is that what you wanted to convey in this book?
Yeah, I know a lot of kids feel like they're too young to matter or to have an opinion, really. And to say, oh, I'm not good enough for that, or my opinion doesn't matter, or no one really cares about what I think or what I can do, and it's not like I'm good enough for that anyway. But it's like, if you are willing to work hard, and you may not be the best at this, or maybe you're not 100% capable right now at this moment, but if you're willing to work hard at it and take time and be patient, I think you can accomplish anything. That if you're willing to work and give it all your best and you really have a desire for something. So I don't think people should ever think that, oh, I'm not good enough for that, because if you really have a passion for something and you're willing to work hard, things that seemed impossible can really happen. And it's like I wasn't expecting a lot of the things to happen with me. Just being 19, I thought maybe if I'm lucky in 10 to 20 years, maybe I'll be able to get something like this accomplished someday. But when you put the work into it, like miracles can happen, it seems almost.
Well, you put a lot of work into this book, and
perseverance, it paid off.
It really did. You've got some book signings coming up today and tomorrow. I saw.
I do.
Here's all the information. It's actually a Deseret book. over the next couple of days. So if you want to go down and see him and get your book signed, are you ready for this in Salt Lake?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the home.
Yeah.
I always love coming back home because it's just, my family's here, my friends, and then just the hometown support is so different from anywhere else that you get support. It's just, it's really interesting.
And then you've got an album coming out, is that right? This fall?
I have a single coming out that should be coming out in late July, and then the album's supposed to be released in the fall. So, yeah, I've been working on that too. So,
well, we'll be looking for it.
Yeah, come back anytime. Tell us about it.
Yeah,
open invitation.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
You've seen our craft services here. They're worth coming for. I'm sure. David, good to have you.
Thank you.
Nice talking.
Best of luck to you continually.